hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to our channel Agla Same Schools. Today in this video I will be covering chapter 1 of class 10th geography, that is resources and development. So let's discuss question and answers. Now turn to page number 12. Question number 1 says multiple choice question. Part 1 says which one of the following types of resources is iron ore? First, renewable. Second, biotic. Third, flow. Fourth, non-renewable. So answer is fourth, that is non-renewable. Further, part 2 says under which of the following types of resources can tidal energy be put? A. Replenishable. B. Abiotic. C. Human-made. D. Non-recyclable. Answer is A, that is replenishable. Further, third part says which one of the following is the main cause of land degradation in Punjab? A. Intensive cultivation. B. Deforestation. C. Over-irrigation. D. Overgrazing. Answer is C, that is over-irrigation. Further, fourth part says in which one of the following states is the terrace cultivation practiced? First, Punjab. Second, Haryana. Third, plains of Uttar Pradesh. Fourth, Uttaranchal. Answer is fourth, that is Uttaranchal. For the fifth part says in which one of the following states is the black soil found? First, Jammu and Kashmir. Second, Gujarat. Third, Rajasthan. Fourth, Jharkhand. Answer is second, that is Gujarat. Now turn to page number 13. Question number 2 says answer the following questions in about 30 words. First, name 3 states having black soil and the crop which is mainly grown in it. Answer is the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh have black soil. The crop which is mainly grown in this soil is cotton. This soil is also called rigor or black cotton soil. Second is what type of soil is found in the river deltas of the eastern coast? Give 3 main features of this type of soil. So the answer is the river delta of the eastern coast have alluvial soil. Alluvial soil consists of various proportions of sand, silt and clay. The main features of alluvial soil are: first, these soils are very fertile and so ideal for cultivation. Second, they contain adequate quantities of potash, phosphoric acids and lime, good for the growth of sugarcane, paddy and other crops. C. In drier areas, these soils are more alkaline. For the third part says, which steps can be taken to control soil erosion in the hilly areas? Answer is, in the hilly areas, soil erosion can be controlled by counter plucking, which is plucking along counter lines using terrace farming techniques and using stripes of grasses to check soil erosion by wind and water. For the fourth part says, what are biotic and abiotic resources? Give some examples. Answer is, first, let's talk about biotic resources. The resources which are obtained from the biosphere and have life are called biotic resources. For example, animals, plants, human beings, fishes, livestock, etc. Whereas abiotic resources are the resources which are composed of non-living things are called abiotic resources. Examples of biotic resources are water, mineral, metal, wind, solar energy, etc. Further, question number 3 says answer the following questions in about 120 words. First, explain land use pattern in India and why has the land under forest not increased much since 1960 to 61. Answer is land resources in India are primarily divided into agricultural land, forest land, pasture and grazing land and wasteland. Wasteland include rocky and desert area and the land used for non-agriculture purposes like housing, roads, industry, etc. According to recent data available, the percentage of net sowed area, that is NSA, in India is about 54% of the total reporting area and 22.5% is covered by forest and 3.45% is used for grazing. the rest of the wasteland with traces of maliciousness cultivation. Improper use of forest land has led to an land degradation and made conservation of forests difficult. Human activities like deforestation, overgrazing, mining, quarrying, etc. have contributed to the slow growth rate of forest. Thus, land under forest has increased by only about 4% since 1960 to 61. For the second part is, how have technical and economic development led to more consumption of resources? Answer is, the following factors have been responsible for technical and economic development leading to overconsumption of resources. In colonial times, imperial powers used this technique and economic superiorities to establish control over other countries and thereby gain access to the latter's resources. One country's resource and accessible to the citizen of its colonial ruler too, leading to increased consumption. Technical progress also results in efficient machinery, increased production and greater consumption of resources. Technological development and economic progress has led to population increasing due to low mortality at all ages. With new developments in medicines and healthcare, fewer people die due to accidents, diseases in childbirth, etc. This too has contributed to higher consumption of resources. So guys, here I have covered all the questions of this chapter in this video. I hope you like this video. And if you have any query or any doubt related to any of the questions discussed, please put your query in the comment section below. For more such NCERT solutions, keep watching and do not forget to subscribe our channel Agla Sim Schools. And do not forget to wear a mask and take good care of your health.